The nation's largest Beatles festival is back on the riverfront this summer in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and it attracts over 20,000 fans from across the world. Joining us in studio to talk about the festival coming up this spring is founder and producer Gary Jacob. I am so excited for this. I know you are as well. So how did this festival kind of come about?
Well, it's been 60 years in the making, because the Beatles first came to the United States 60 years ago last month. And as we always say, they were the big bang in music and in pop culture. And to people of my generation especially, we just grew up with it, and it just kept getting better and better. The Beatles, even in spite of losing two of the members and in spite of, you know, age moving on, they just kept getting bigger. And so we noticed 20-some years ago that the market for them was not slowing down. In fact, people from your generation and people that work for our festival's generation were loving them even more.
Yeah.
So we decided to start the festival, and we moved it to Louisville in '05, and then we moved it over to Jeffersonville in '16, and we're in our 23rd year.
That is really incredible, because of course you mentioned the younger generation. Folks like me are the ones that are going to keep this alive, and I love that, you know, Beatlemania has never really slowed down. It's only really increased in popularity. And so what has really changed about the festival from 2002 up until now?
Well, I think that we've noticed, you know, with our customers, that there was people like you, and so we've become a three-generation event. And when you become a three-generation event, we, about 12, 15 years ago, decided to make 21 and under free. And the reason for that was we didn't want people to even have to leave their teenage kids at home. And by doing that, it really kept the event relevant. Just recently, a young Beatles fan came up to me. I was in a restaurant, and he walked up to me and he asked me if I was who I was. I said, yeah. He goes, he was 26 years old. He said, I've been coming to your event since I'm 7 years old.
Wow.
It's the main thing I do with my father. It's the greatest experience we have. I won a Gretsch guitar at your festival when I was 9 years old. And I went, I was like stunned. I said, really? And I said, and you still come? He goes, I wouldn't miss it.
Wow.
And we hear that a lot, that it's something that belongs to families. And it's the power of the Beatles, but it is the power of our festival. We have been good at bringing families together.
Yeah, I think the power of music is just unparalleled to really anything else. I mean, over 20,000 people from around the world come to Jeffersonville to enjoy this festival. And I feel like there's just so many really unique partnerships within the festival. How many bands actually come out to perform? Over
50.
Wow.
And they'll be coming this year from Colombia, Brazil, England, Germany, Holland, Canada, and fans right now from 45 states so far.
Wow.
Which is amazing. Actually, it's funny, the other day we sold our first ticket ever in West Virginia. You'd think that we would have had West Virginia by now, but
now everyone's getting the word out.
We still don't have Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, and South Dakota.
Well, we got to push that out there. We got to get all 50 states present.
Right.
And I was actually at the School of Rock a couple weeks ago to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Beatles coming to America, and the kids were just so excited to perform. And when did that partnership come about?
Well, as soon as Melanie Schofield brought School of Rock to Louisville, she actually had come to the event as a customer with her children. She had lived in Chicago, and she fell in love with Louisville and decided, her and her husband gave up their careers in Chicago and decided to come to Louisville and get the franchise for School of Rock. That's got to be 10, 12 years ago. And they're just great. And they've tapped into that synergy of kids and Beatles music. And we love our partnership with them. In fact, we're going to be doing something with them at Lynn Family Stadium on May 11th. They're going to do a preview of Abbey Road on the River during one of the soccer games.
Oh, that's
And they're going to sing the national anthem, and then they'll do a Beatles concert out on the plaza. We love working with the School of Rock.
And just building that confidence and, you know, create rock stars of our own right here in Louisville. So what is actually new this year to the fest?
Well, every year there's something new that makes it bigger and better. You know, we have a very big art component that we keep building on, visual art that makes the event that much more beautiful to look at. But I think, let me digress to the fact that the Southern Indiana Visitor Center has just opened up a brand new visitor center on the corner of Market and spring. It's gorgeous. And so we're, for the first time, having a major remote ticket office at that space. And people can buy tickets less expensive than they are online. And so we encourage everybody who is looking for a deal, who lives in the area, to go to the visitor center for their tickets. The bands, the music that we're bringing, we keep diversifying the lineup. We have this year, besides all the Beatles tribute bands, well, you may have noticed that yesterday Rolling Stone announced the top 100 Beatles solo songs. They took George, Paul, John, and Ringo and listed the 100 songs they did after they were Beatles.
Okay.
And when you go through the list of what they did after they were Beatles, you know, well, these guys didn't just, you know, there were 212 Beatles songs, but there's hundreds more.
Right.
Well, we had been working for months on that same concept. So when Rolling Stone announced it yesterday, we were like saying, like, we're right on the money. We're having a major George show, a major John show, and a major Paul show that will celebrate about 80 of those 100 songs.
Wow.
So we're pretty excited about that. We're going to do a special ensemble piece that with all of our talent on stage, celebrating one of the great classic songs of all time, but I can't tell you what that is yet.
No
And,
previews.
no quite preview. We have a Joe Cocker tribute, and Joe, as you may know, he covered several great Beatles songs, like With a Little Help from My Friends. We have a big Elvis Presley tribute.
Yeah.
We're big Elvis Presley fans, and we've been wanting to get an Elvis component in the event, and we think we found one of the 2 or 3 best Elvis impressionists, interpreters in the world. His name is Brooke Wright, and he'll be headlining on Sunday night. And opening for him is a Buddy Holly tribute. So we're kind of going back to the roots of what inspired the Beatles as well. And we'll have a Cat Stevens, Bruce Springsteen, Chicago, Queen. We feel that all the music of the era is what our customers really want to see.
Yeah, and everyone's going to show up and show out for that festival. And tickets are actually on sale right now, and May 23rd through the 27th is when it's going on. So to learn more about the festival or get those tickets, go to arotr.com.